Welcome back to Harlem fucking Globetrotters with Paris Saint-Germain here in the French Ligue 1. We are 10 weeks or 10 games into the season now. Things are looking pretty good, as you can see from the league table. Paris Saint-Germain sitting on top, 3 points clear of Marseille. And that is why we've had a little bit of a change of schedule. We were planning to come back for the Wolfsburg game in the Champions League and then pick one of Marseille and Lille. But with the way the league tables look in, I think we're going to do a double header here with the Marseille away game today, and then in just a few days' time, Lille at home. These are two games that are really going to decide how the season goes. Right now, we have that 3-point advantage over Marseille. They could go level on points with us, or we could really open it up to 6 points. And, well, although we are sitting up top, it might not be as straightforward as we would like. If we just have a look on how results have been going since you were last here. Since we beat Lyon, we have played a number of games. We have lost our 100% record in the league season. We have drawn at home with Angers. This was a game where we were really probably quite lucky to get out of it with the point. We were 2-0 up at half time, only to then really be dominated in the second half. We did have to rest players here. Messi and Neymar were very tired after the international break, so we had to leave them out of this game. We had to give them a rest, and to be honest, we really struggled without them. You can see here as we wait for the goals to load, we were 2-0 up at half time. Mauro Icardi absolutely bossing it. 2 goals from him in the first half, and we looked comfortable. But then in the second half, we just couldn't get a grip on the game. We couldn't just take control. See there a little bit of luck with the deflection for Icardi's first. And then this second goal from Icardi was just incredible. Beats one man into the top corner, and Mauro Icardi, despite not being our first choice striker, is actually our top scorer right now with 10 goals. But in the second half, as we say, Angers, a lovely little chip there from FKN, and then Boufal late on in the 84th minute, scoring a penalty to tie it up at 2-2. Really disappointing, that one. But Mauro Icardi has really, well, probably cemented his place in the team despite all these red down arrows. You can see he is our top scorer right now with those 10 in 14. He's been really the only reliable striker to consistently score goals so far this season. Really good option to have, covering for other players, as you'll see in a moment. Mbappe is actually injured at the moment, so to have a player of the quality of Icardi to come in, or to bring him in off the bench when necessary, really helps. And then in our last game, we played Wolfsburg in the Champions League. Now, we needed to get the win here away to Wolfsburg. We drew the previous game at home to Atlanta 1-1. We will show the stats from that game in a moment. We absolutely dominated Atlanta in terms of the shooting stats, but we didn't have a lot of highlights, and we were probably lucky in the end to get away with the draw. We went behind very late on, so we had to respond here against Wolfsburg. And as you can see in the highlights here, first of all, Verratti got his first goal of the season with an absolute banger from outside the area. That was not the best goal of the game though. Messi, who has probably been our best player so far this season, scoring an absolute Messi goal. Absolutely beautiful. Without a doubt, our goal of the season. And then right at the end, Icardi hits the bar and Julian Draxler gets to tap in at the back post. So that took an awful lot of pressure off of us in the Champions League, because prior to that, as you can see here, as mentioned, we got this home draw with Atalanta, and We were playing, as you can see, the 4-3-3, but with the two strikers and a number 10 behind. We started this game playing with Neymar in behind Messi and Icardi. And in the end, we needed Messi to bail us out. But as you can see, it was the same old story. We had far more shots than Atalanta. They had just one shot on target in the 86th minute. It looked like that was going to win them a game. And then right at the end, Messi bailed us out in the 93rd minute. It was no more than we deserved. Atalanta certainly weren't the better team. But again, we just have this problem of not getting enough shots on target, and we're just not having enough highlights, which suggests that the chances we're creating are not of a good enough quality, not of a good enough standard. So those two draws really kind of made me just worry a little bit for today's game against Marseille. We are vulnerable. We're not dominating, although you can see we've got a plus 24 goal difference in the league. In first place, but we are not dominating. We're not looking like we're a class above everybody else. And in the case of Marseille, well, they certainly look the best challengers. I said when we played Lyon that I thought they were going to be our main challengers, that they would finish second in the league. They have not kicked on at all well. They're 13 points behind us. So they are not really looking like realistic challengers. You know, they're 10 points behind Marseille. And looking at Marseille, we're looking at those in a moment. But yeah, I think I was definitely wrong suggesting that Lyon looked like the best team to challenge us. Marseille do have some interesting players. You can see from our player stats here. So Mauro Icardi is our top scorer. Lionel Messi has our highest average rating. Messi's been great, maybe not quite as many goals as we would like, but he does have 6 in 11, so he's got a 1 in 2 record. And although at his age he is losing his physicals, which is obviously disappointing, he is still an absolutely fantastic player. So hopefully he can continue that on today. And then we've got Neymar and Kurzawa with the most assists. Kurzawa, that's pretty impressive because he's no longer the first choice left back. You'll see when we get to the game how we're setting up, but we're looking good without, as I say, being absolutely dominant. And if we have a look at our rivals for today's game, Jorge Sampaoli's team, like many others, are setting up with those 3 centre backs, playing a 3-4-3, and well, they do have some good players, but as you can see, they've got two important players suspended for today's game, which hopefully is going to help us out a lot. They have got Milic up front, who is a fantastic striker, 4 in 9 for him this season. He's definitely going to be the main threat. He is a quality player. Marseille playing at home and us perhaps not in the greatest of form, that could be a factor. And like Lyon, they have in Amin Harit, a really good playmaker, so we'll have to watch him as well, feeding Milic. And then on the other wing, they've got Cengiz Under, who is a little bit below the level of ourselves and a little bit below the level perhaps of the other forwards on Marseille's side, but still a very dangerous player. And they also have another really good playmaker in midfielder, Herson, which again, if we give him the opportunity to be feeding the forwards, it may cause us problems. Now, where we do have this big advantage, they have 3 very good centre-backs, but Luan Perez is out for today's game, suspended. That's huge for us. Really think this is going to play into our hands when you consider the forward line that we have. Alvaro as well is out. Another really good centre-back who cannot play today. And so they are going to be very much relying on Chaletaka, if that's how you pronounce it. Around about the same standard as his teammates, but he's going to be on his own there today. If we have a look, they do have William Saliba on the bench, who's a pretty good backup, but not quite on the level of his teammates. So we'll be positive about causing them problems there. And I think down the wings as well, we're going to be looking to take advantage. I think Jordan Amavi is not the greatest left back in the world, and Balerdi is much more of a centre back. I think we're going to see Balerdi playing at centre back for this game and not on the right wing back position. I think with their defensive suspensions, they're going to have to draft him in there. So we'll see how they line up. But I think with their defensive issues, I think we can really cause problems for them. And hopefully we can outgun them in midfield. With them playing a four-man midfield with the two wing-backs and the two central midfielders, hopefully our three-man midfield is going to be able to take control. This is how we'll be looking to line up. Neymar and Icardi and Messi obviously will be our front three, with Di Maria in the 10 position behind them. Paredes and Verratti have been excellent so far this season, so we're going to be seeing how they go. And we've also now got Sergio Ramos, well, back in and playing. Again, losing a lot with his injury perhaps, but still a fantastic centre back. He's now had a game and a half to kind of get a bit of match fitness in. He was actually complaining about not being in the team the moment he came back from injury. There weren't even any games to play before the international break, and he was already complaining about wanting game time. So he is going to start ahead of Kimpembe as we try and build up his match fitness, but really good backup to have there. And as we said, Mbappe is injured for this one. We're going to have to see if he's back in time for Lille. But again, with his 4 in 11 games, he's a little bit below the standard of Icardi, so we'll see what happens. So that's how we're looking to line up. Let's get ahead to the game. We will see you as we're ready to walk out on the pitch. Okay, we're ready to go out on the field. Just going to give our team talk. Let's see how the players react. This big rivalry today. Second playing first. Let's see if we can. It looks like the players are really buzzing, really up for it. That's what we like to see. Everybody ready to go. And again, we are playing today with the 4-3-3 with inside forwards on the wings with Messi and Neymar. Since you were last here, we have played more with the 2 strikers and the 10 in behind. For today's game, with Marseille playing wing backs and also with wingers, I want to just have a little bit more presence on the wings. I think we changed up to this before the Angers game, and I think we should have stuck with the 10 and 2 strikers. But I was wanting to come back for this for the tough away games against Wolfsburg, against Marseille. So this is how we start out. I think this is the best way to start. I think playing those 2 inside forwards, and with players like Hakimi and Bernat getting forward on the overlap, I think it gives us really good presence on the wings, and with Messi and Neymar going in towards goal, we still have a lot of bodies around the box taking shots. So hopefully this is going to be our best setup. Hopefully we can pull out the result, get 6 points clear in the league, really start to stamp a bit of authority. And well, we've got to see how things go. Obviously it's a derby game. They're going to be really up for it. We can see there that adjusted Marseille back 3. You've got to think that Di Maria, Neymar, Messi and Icardi can really get at those 3, really get at those guys and cause some problems. If the wing backs come in to help them, that then lets Hakimi and Bernat really get involved. So hopefully we've got a good tactical setup here, and we're going to be able to make something out of it. But Marseille get the first highlight of the game. Moving it nicely across the back there. And This is not a good start. Great challenge. I think that was Sergio Ramos just getting his toe in there. Really nice last-ditch tackle. Now what can we do? This is where we'll see. How can the... Well, wonderful control from Neymar, and probably should have done better. Should he have gone across goal to the back post there? Oof, and now we allow them a chance in the corner. So this has been a really open game to start. Chances for both teams. We've generally been a dominant defensive presence through the season. But the last few games we've started letting a few chances up, and now Icardi again really should have done better. But you can see the problems that those front four are creating. All that started from Di Maria, ended up at the feet of Icardi. Should have done better. Messi now, what can he do? And again, not good enough on the finish. I like that we've had a couple of shots on target now, but we've really got to be doing better when we get clear chances like that, especially with the quality of players that we have. And now Verratti winning the corner. Again, we expect to dominate every game, but this is our toughest of the season away at our main rivals, not just our main rivals in the league, but a derby game. And so if we can be a dominant team here, even if maybe we were to end up drawing the game, if we can do it with a little bit of swagger and a little bit of dominance in the stats, I think that would really sort of set us up for the rest of the season to sort of really say, you know, we're the team to beat. Let's just give the boys a shout here. It is a very even game. We've had a little bit more possession and a couple more shots, but it's not like we're running away with it. But we do look like the team in control, and they have some players that are looking really tired already. I think whereas we've been able to sort of mix and match and rotate, they've probably been playing with the same players each week. Can we take advantage of that in the second half? You can see our XG began to go up towards the end of the half there as they started to tire. Hopefully we can finish this off now in the second half. Let's tell them we've been the better team. I think everybody likes that, so we'll stick with that right now. Can we go out and make this control that we've had in the end of the first half? Can we make it count now? Di Maria with the corner. Again, it's not good enough. We've had a few poor set pieces in the first half as well, and again now that comes to nothing. We just, for the players that we have, to have that little lack of quality in the final third has been really disappointing so far this season. We would have really liked to have really done better with the chance that we've had. Now, was Messi inside the box or out? I think it's just outside. I'm guessing this is going to go to VAR. I'm guessing it's going to be just out, but what does the VAR say? It's a penalty. Messi looking for his 9th of the season to go one behind Icardi. Beautiful penalty. Beautiful penalty, just as we saw against Lyon. Sends the goalie the wrong way, going to the same post. And it's advantage Paris Saint-Germain, and a 6-point gap at the top of the table, hopefully. Let's just see if we can get the team just fired up there. Some of our players just starting to get a little bit more tired now. We'll make some changes in a little while. But we have really, as we expected, we've taken control in the second half. As they've tired, we have really shown our quality. Should probably be more than one up. Should probably have done it with more than just a penalty. Let's see if we can make some changes now and just try and shore this up for the end of the game. You see we've got a number of players now after the Champions League game just looking a little bit tired. Let's get Wijnaldum in there. And I think we're going to bring Neymar out, swap him with Di Maria, and now we're going to swap our number 10 for a number 6. Idrissa Gueye has, with the switching of the formation that we haven't used today, Idrissa Gueye has become an important member of the team again, just giving us that solidity behind the midfielders. We'll stick with those two for the moment, I think, but we've certainly got players like Messi, Verratti and Hakimi that we need to be looking at. We'll keep them on for the moment. You can see now we are just dominant in terms of the chances created. 10 shots on goal, which is great, but we really should have done better with them. Let's just try and get to the finish line of this game now. They're still playing the same formation, which surprises me. They really need to go for it. Let's get Hakimi out for Keira. Let's just really try and keep things solid there. Verratti's looking very tired as well. Let's get Danilo Pereira in. He can certainly do that defensive playmaker job, or where is he more comfortable? No, he can certainly fill out that same role there. And I think we've got to change Messi. We'll bring Rafinha in, who's played a little bit more of late. We'll just play him in there as an advanced playmaker, and we'll put Di Maria as an out-and-out winger on that side. And if we look at just shoring things up here, I think we'll stop playing out of defence and we'll start the time wasting just to kind of make sure now. We'll distribute to the flanks, not play out from the back so much, try and really just sort of not take any chances. But I feel like we're looking pretty comfortable here. Hopefully with these defensive changes, we're certainly going more defensive to finish the game. Hopefully we can see this one out now. Bernat and Ramos very tired as well. Maybe should have changed up Bernat at the back there. He's just about up to full fitness now, but he has been coming back from that injury. So, please no. What a save, Donnarumma. That would have just been such an injustice if Marseille had managed to get one there. They really deserve nothing from this game. I've been really pleased with our control from the middle of the first half on. We've really looked the dominant team, looked the better team. Di Maria, can he get a bit of final product? Oh, Di Maria, that's awful. He had the chance to put Icardi in. And now we can see the late free kick. Hopefully we are going to see this out now. They've had to make a lot of changes. They look very tired, look dead on their feet, a lot of their players. I think the strength of the two squads has really shown there, and that is a huge result. Really pleased with that. I think we can congratulate the players for their performance. Once again, I think it's disappointing the fact that we had such dominance in the game, had a lot of shots on target, and our only goal was once again from a penalty. I think it's the third 1-0 win we've had on a penalty this season. I think we've got to be delighted for the fans. So the pundits are suggesting that the players will suffer from overconfidence. I think we're certainly not going to be suffering from overconfidence, but we do now have that 6-point advantage at the top. Absolutely fantastic. Lille still have their game in hand to play. They could move up to third, and of course we are going to play them next. If we can beat them as well, we would then give ourselves potentially an 11 or 14 point advantage over them, but they are the only team that's beaten us this season. So it's a little bit of a revenge mission for the next game. We will be back shortly, ready to set up at home against Lille. Okay, well, we are back. We have given the team talk ready for this next game against Lille. We have told the players we are looking for revenge for the last game. You can see there the players are well up for it, well motivated, on a high after beating Marseille away. We're sticking with the 4-3-3, playing with inside forwards on the wings. I think we could be looking to change up through the game, go back to our 10 with 2 strikers, because it appears that Lille are trying to do another number on us, the way they did the last time we played in the Trophée des Champions. Obviously they had was it 1 or 2 shots on target in that game, and ended up beating us with the first attack of the match, beating us 1-0 to lift the trophy. But they are in 5th place in the league. They are really falling away. They drew their last game at home against Brest. They are now 10 points behind us. We could make it 13 here. And as you can see there, they are in real danger of dropping out of the title race, the French champions. Monaco now look like the biggest challenge, the biggest threat, but they don't have a great goal difference, unlike Marseille. So it's really looking rosy for us here if we can get the result today. If we look at Lille, how they're going to line up for this game. So they've gone to that 4-5-1, Andre playing in front of the back 4. So they're looking to really shut up shop, really try and deal with Di Maria there, and with their midfielders. I'm guessing their wide midfielders are going to be dropping back to try and help out with Messi and Neymar. So they're leaving David up there on his own, surely going to be playing on the counter-attack. Yilmaz, Timothy Weah, Angel Gomez, all on the bench. So really, it's going to be tough to see really how they come out and play against us. They're really, I think, going to be just concentrating on that defensive side of the game and counter-attacking us. So one thing I did forget to mention, after the last game, with all the games that we've had recently, Hakimi and Marquinhos have been a little bit jaded, in a little bit of a need of a rest. So we've got those 2 on the bench today, and Juan Bernat. Kurzawa comes in, Kimpembe back in, and Keira is going to be at right back. So it's kind of a rebuilt defense for this game, but then they're just playing with 1 striker. So hopefully with the quality of those players that have come in, we're going to be able to deal with them on that side of things, and we can really concentrate on just trying to cause as many problems as possible for them at the other end of the field. And as I say, we will be looking to see if perhaps we have to change to the 2 striker formation, depending on how things go. Kylian Mbappe is still not fit for this game. He should be back for the next game, but he wasn't quite ready for this one. So now we really want to see if we can, as I say, really lay down the line in the league. Really show that, no one is going to compete with us in this league, and then we can start really concentrating on the Champions League. Our next game in the Champions League will be at home against Wolfsburg. And then we have to go away to Atalanta, which will be the game which will probably decide the group. So to really lay down a marker and get a big advantage here in the league would be fantastic. We would like to win this today and really kind of pull away, really make things difficult for Monaco and Marseille. And as things stand, well, we've kind of gone true to form. We've had a few shots, only 1 on target so far. Let's give the players a little shout. As I say, I was kind of expecting this with that defensive formation that they're playing. I was kind of thinking that this is the way it could go. We get a chance here from Messi and not a good delivery. We did practice set-piece delivery in the week, just after our failure to capitalise on set pieces in the last game. We did kind of give that a little bit of a training focus, but with Messi's first chance, it hasn't really changed anything different from the rest of the season, and Paredes losing that ball very loose there. just not good enough for players of this standard. And this was my fear. This was my fear that they could pack out the box there, win the ball back, and then just hit us on the break. And that is exactly what they're doing. Oh my goodness. And is that it's a Sergio Ramos own goal. Absolutely appalling. Maybe Lille just know how to play against us. Maybe they've just got our number. But right now, this is not good enough at all. We'll see how it goes, but I think tactical changes are really going to be needed. I think that number 10 behind two strikers, well, unless Marco Verratti does that with his second of the season, really nice way to get back into it. We desperately needed that. Nice setup from Di Maria, and Verratti finds himself with a little bit of space on the edge of the box. Absolutely what we needed. And again, can we now go on and can we kick on? Now we've got that goal out of the way. We've got that mental block out of the way, perhaps. Do we stick with the wingers? Messi already looking tired. He's another player that could really do with a rest, but so our XG much higher than theirs. They've only had the 2 shots, none on target. They're still managing to draw the game as it stands. Let's get ourselves motivated so that the players are not too happy that we're not pleased with them. Let's see if the midfielders will respond here. So the midfielders have responded. Okay, alright, we've kind of saved it. Ramos is disappointed. Di Maria, as he's got his assist, is disappointed as well. But what do we do? Do we change right now? Or do we stick with it for a little bit? I think we are going to certainly go out wider. And we're going to just ask our players to be a little bit more expressive. And our assistant was recommending go more direct before the game. So I think we're going to do that now. Alright, we will start like this. We'll leave Messi on for the moment. We need his quality. We need a little moment of quality from him. All the likes of Neymar. Neymar has certainly been disappointed so far this season in terms of goals. What can they do here? Recommending a change for Sergio Ramos. I think that is a change we're going to make. So we're going to switch formations here. This is, I think we've kind of played into Lille's hands. We're going to go there. Let's just change Di Maria out, who's very tired, for Idrissa Gueye. Or do we need Idrissa Gueye? I mean, they're not really even... I think we're going to put Wijnaldum in and just move Verratti back there. And just make there Wijnaldum a Carrilero. I think that's how we want to go here. Let's go with Neymar as a trequartista. Just sort of trying to find space away from the centre-backs a little bit. We're going to see how that goes. You can see all of our forward players have been pretty disappointing. And Sergio Ramos certainly needs changing out. Could do with a rest anyway. And I think we'll get Hakimi in for Keira. Just looking to have a little bit more offensive presence there. So we're getting those wing backs on the overlap now. Let's see how those 3 changes could maybe change the game here. Can we just present them more problems in that central area in front of their centre backs? Hopefully the change works in our favour. As I say, I would love to get a win here, really assert our dominance on the league so that we can then really just start giving priority to the Champions League. Kurzawa, he's got 4 assists this season, but that is an abysmal cross. Absolutely terrible. Can the players just come up with a little bit of magic here? Maybe our formation, you can see their fullbacks now pushing on. Their formation just sort of giving them the confidence to maybe take a little bit more risk. As Wijnaldum finds Icardi. Beautiful goal. I cannot believe that's offside. I think VAR's going to give this. That looked onside to me. Surely VAR gives it. No! Let's have a look on the replay here. He was, wasn't he? I really thought that was a well-timed run. I thought he got that right, Icardi, but obviously not. Let's demand more from the players. We haven't actually created a chance since that tactical change. So maybe that change-up hasn't worked, but let's get Paredes off, who is pretty tired. Let's see if Rafinha can come in there and be a little bit more of an attacking presence. Let's get him in as an advanced playmaker. And let's get Wanda in for Kurzawa. Kurzawa hasn't been good enough. Let's get him on attack as well. Let's see if this can really make the difference now in the last 15 minutes of the game. Can we now just make that one chance we need just to decide this game? Really poor ball from Wijnaldum. Lille, without even having a shot on target, are they going to get a point out of this game, or are they maybe even going to get better? Oh my goodness. Absolutely appalling. And with our change of formation, just perhaps giving them a little bit more on the wing, that is abysmal. We have now got to get something out of this. Let's just go as fast as we can, more direct. This would be absolutely awful if we were to get nothing out of this game. They have been appalling for the entire game. Their first shot on target, as they did in the Trophée des Champions. And it was just Kimbeppe just playing him on. Can we finish this off? Can we get a goal here? We really need something now. And I think, well, we have given them those fullback positions with our tactical change. It has allowed them to play out a little bit more. Can Neymar finish off? He can. That's got to be onside now. We'll bring it back to attacking rather than very attacking. But I'm going to keep everything else really sort of pushed to the right, really sort of taking those risks. See if we can still get a winner out of this game. Nice ball from Wijnaldum that time. Good finish from Neymar, who hasn't scored enough this season. Can we get one more? You can see with the stats, we really don't deserve to be... Well, I was going to say we don't deserve to be drawing the game, but then we've only had 5 shots on target ourselves. We weren't good enough in front of goal. Again, it's been the story of our season. Again, really disappointing. The tactical change really didn't help us that much, but they were certainly very poor as well. Yeah, I think we've got to be throwing water bottles after that. Really disappointing. Really disappointing. I think we've got to tell most of the players we're not happy with them. Sergio Ramos and Leandro Paredes not happy, but I think we're completely justified there. Send the assistant to talk to the media. I really don't want to talk to anybody after that one. And you can see, again, we're just giving Monaco and Marseille that little lifeline there. We could have really put the pressure on them, really opened up big gap. We've got to hope now for some help from other teams just to maintain that distance from Monaco and Marseille. What a shame. It's another draw at home. Our home form has not been good enough. Overall disappointed. What else can we say? I think looking at the schedule now, that Monaco game becomes really, really important. If we look at our games to come, so we've got now Wolfsburg, our next game, which could decide our progress from the Champions League into the second round. And then it's actually Atalanta and our final group game on the 7th of December, which is going to be really important because that's probably going to decide the group winner. And then right after that, 5 days later, which is a decent enough rest, it's Monaco at home. So I think we will be back for the next episode for those two games there, just a double header. Atalanta away to win the Champions League group, and then Monaco at home on the 12th of December to, again, just really try and put ourselves in control of this French Ligue 1. So there we go. Again, we're a new channel. Give us a like, subscribe, help us grow, and we will see you for the next one.